Alright guys, TEEPEE here, back again today. Going to be talking some more Modern Warfare and also some rumours and more likely news related to the franchises in the upcoming seasons. All of them are pretty much confirmed at this point apart from Paris. I don't think we have the official, at least as of recording this video, the Paris confirmations. The Paris Legion is what it's rumoured to be. The logo has been rumoured as well, but that hasn't been fully confirmed yet as of recording. Everything else though is confirmed. A couple of more players to be announced as well, and we've had an announcement over the past few hours related to the Los Angeles Guerrillas. We'll go into that today. Starting off though, of course, with Modern Warfare, because it's a big topic of discussion right now. We're only a week and a little bit into the game, and I'm sure you guys are having fun playing it. I don't know. Of course, you guys have been leaving your thoughts down in the comment sections below. I've been doing my best to read all of them. Some very interesting comments here and there. Hopefully, things will improve and a patch has come out over the last couple of hours. Hopefully to that end, right? So like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new as always, I would greatly appreciate it. And this is a patch that just came out, so these are the fixes that they have made. There is also a rumour of a load more maps coming into the game that I'll probably cover tomorrow because there's a lot of content to go through today already. But here we go, these are the patch notes that have just come out today. I'm not sure if this patch is officially live yet, but I think it might be. More fixes to prevent crashes, etc, etc. This is maybe the key one. Battle chatter has been removed from tactical one life modes. Now, of course, we did go through that clip yesterday where the guys, the developers were talking about how battle chatter and some of these other features are to help the newer players find out what's going on. This is obviously the reason why they haven't removed battle chatter from all modes, because it's really a stupid mechanic. If you guys don't know exactly what this refers to, it's like when you see someone, well, at least when your character sees someone, you might not be able to see them. You'll shout out like enemy in the area or contact, or when you're reloading, you'll shout out I'm reloading, something like this. And obviously this isn't realistic, because what sort of soldier would say something like that in the presence of enemies, but also it's very stupid how the enemies can also hear these calls. You know, back in Ghost, you could have battle chatter where you would call out like enemy top 3 green or whatever the case may be, but it was only your teammates that could hear that, so you could kind of get indications to where enemies are. Still thought it was a stupid idea then, even more stupid that the enemies can hear it as well. So it's been removed from one life mode, so search and destroy will be gone. Also in a couple of minutes time I wanted to go through how the CDL settings for this year, according to the developers, will now be introduced, and that will remove battle chatter from all of the CDL related modes. So that's respawn as well. So that's good news for us, but for public matches you're still going to be experiencing these things, as you know, as long as you're not playing search and destroy, cyber attack, these modes. ABCs and tanks no longer count towards a nuke. If you guys hadn't heard about charms, you could put them on your gun. It would reduce the hipfire spread, or make the hipfire spread worse, I guess is the best way to say it. So that's apparently now been fixed. Claymores, stun grenades will now stop them to some degree for 3 seconds, kind of like what it used to be, I'm pretty sure. Okay, footsteps, adjustments to tame the third person footsteps. They will now filter out based on occlusion more. So that's good news. That means footsteps are going to be softer when they're further away, but still, it doesn't reduce the overall footstep audio, which is something that we've been talking about being an issue for you know, competitive play more generally. With this dead silence fix, maybe things are slightly better, but it's still not as good as it could be. So those are pretty much the key points to consider, and let's move onwards then. So there's this $10,000 tournament being hosted by the Subliners, New York, of course. 500 plus teams have got into it, and these are the pro teams if you guys want to look at them. So a lot of big name players playing here, like Gunless, Envoy, Simp, Maniac, and Karma is a team. Scump, Formal, Scraps, Priest, Dashi's a team. Yeah, Maniac was talking on his, you know, he just did a tweet saying, like, this tournament obviously hasn't been organised the best because it started yesterday. It's going to be continuing tonight and tomorrow as well, finishing on the Sunday. There's also some other tournaments going on tonight and tomorrow, as there tend to be every weekend. Bigger tournaments start ramping up. So if you want to follow that, I'll leave a link down below to the Gamepedia page where you can see all the tournaments, at least the major ones that a lot of the pros will be playing in. And if you want to go watch them, then go on the twitch.tv directory for Modern Warfare. A lot of pros will be streaming there tonight, probably by the time this video goes live. Some will have started, but tournaments really kick off maybe you know, an hour or two after this video will be uploaded. Then things start getting serious. So yeah, I thought I'd run that past you guys. That's some stuff that's going on tonight, because a few of you guys have been asking, like, how can I watch these tournaments that are going on, how exactly to do it. I think this is actually being streamed on the official Subliners Twitch as well. This tournament is, at least. Most tournaments are just streamed by the pros themselves that happen to be playing in them, and you know, anyone else as well. Talking about events, there's going to be an event early next year in Brisbane in Australia, so a $10,000 Australian dollar tournament. So if you guys happen to be down under and want to look into it, then here's the link for you guys to go and check it out. Wanted to run this past you guys as well, just in case you saw this. Of course, there was the rumor a while ago that Dashy didn't want to be on the OpTic Gaming Los Angeles team, and he was thinking about he wanted to go over to Chicago and all this stuff. A lot of people saw this tweet and interpreted it as in, I'm here so I don't get fined. Dashy saying like, I'm just playing for OpTic, so so I don't get fined and so I don't get kicked off my team, whatever. This tweet has since been deleted. It seems, from what a lot of people were saying, that due to the conversations he was having on stream, this is really about the game. He's just playing the game, not necessarily because he enjoys it right now, because especially the respawn experience for the pro players in Hardpoint and Domination is not a good one right now. The spawns are all over the place. The game does not play well in a competitive setting. Look, we've got a couple of months, 2.5 months until the league actually starts. Hopefully in that time things will really improve, but I do feel sorry for these guys that are playing the game right now, and that's effectively what Dashy is implying here. Like, I really wish I didn't have to play this game Hardpoint and Domination, but that is how it is right now, and you just got to stick it out, right? Search and Destroy, I think, is okay on the whole, but talking about that, we have this. So, Round 11 Stats, a great Twitter account, came out with this post yesterday, which is something that I haven't really played Hackney Yard Search and Destroy yet, but, it was something that hasn't quite come up in the rotation as I've been playing. But look what he shows here. So, I'll put this clip on the big screen. It started to buffer here for some reason, just showing that offense on Hackney Yard can get to A-bomb before defense even can. Doesn't necessarily tell the entire story, given that there's, given that you've got other factors in play, like the top window and nade usage and stuff like that. But it's still like, look at this.
Asset locations confirmed. Defending them is critical. Enemy assets ID. Grab the bomb and destroy those targets.
So this is just something else to explain that that guy can go and get the bomb down before you can even get in the door, especially if that guy has double time, pulls out a knife or something like that. You can get into the bomb site super duper quickly, and like it's the case in a lot of maps. And Petrograd as well, the A bomb site on that map. Honestly, I don't think a lot of thought was put into where these bomb sites were placed. I don't think a lot of timing testing was done on really any of the maps. A lot of the placements don't make sense. I think we do need some significant overhauls to make these maps play very, very well in Search and Destroy, because like this timing disparity is not a particularly close one, right? It's not like they're getting to the bomb site at the same time. This guy can get the bomb down before the guy can even turn the corner if it works out in his favor, and that's really not something you want to have in a competitive play, especially when defense should ideally have an advantage by being able to set up at the bomb site first, because defense is already at a disadvantage given that they have to spread their resources, whereas the attackers can just focus up and group up on one bomb site. We also have this then, the Los Angeles Guerrillas confirmed Decimate to join the team. Aqua joined in yesterday. I won't play this video for you now, but there might be time at the end of the video, so I might chuck it at the end. Pretty damn good video in introducing a couple of players. The rumoured rest of the team, Saints and Lacefield. An interesting squad. We will talk about it when it is fully confirmed, but they're basically doing one player at a time right now. And yeah, so moving onwards from this, we have David Mickner. This was related to Battle Chatter. Wanted to share with you guys this clip as well. The quality isn't great, but it's a pretty funny one, right? Sensor talks about Battle Chatter. We've just talked about it. It's been removed from one life modes. Let's just play this clip real quick.
Hostiles in the area.
We're planting the bomb.
Hostiles in the area.
So this poor lad goes to plant the bomb, his character shouts at enemies in the area or whatever, and then the guy behind him, who didn't even notice him, hears that, turns around and kills him off bomb. You hate to see that, and David Mickner says it's permanently disabled in comp setting, has been since Ghosts, and then this kind of implies that it's already off, but it's not, because CDL hasn't, CDL modes tab hasn't been introduced yet, but apparently it will be included in a patch very soon, which should be very positive for competitive play. Moving onwards then, Paradise have done a couple of announcements. Just a quick reminder of their roster. Luca, Shocks, Dens, Kismet, Phantoms, Zed, and Breezy is the core roster on this team, at least. Those are the 7 guys. Don't know exactly who's going to be starting. B-Sport, Josh has been confirmed as, I'm pretty sure, the head coach, or however they're going to do it. So Josh retiring from competition, going to be coaching Paris alongside some of the guys he's played with in the past, or at least players that he's certainly familiar with. Another name you may not be too familiar with is OpTic. This guy's been around a very long time, and he's joined the coaching staff as well. Moving onwards from that, I wanted to end the video about TEEPEE and what the situation is with him, exactly what the steps he's going to take is in this upcoming season. So, got this comment on yesterday's video from David Vasquez. Do you know anything about what TEEPEE will be doing? Coaching, analyst, caster, question mark. And it started, he responds with in his stream, he says he doesn't know yet, he's keeping his options open. My guess is that he'll just go full-time streaming only. Now, there was some links for TEEPEE over to this Chicago team, which kind of would make sense thinking about it from the perspective of a couple of weeks ago when, okay, Hector on this Chicago team, Scump, guys that TEEPEE is very familiar with and has coached in the past over past seasons. Interesting if that link was to be the case then, especially given that Crim6 came up with this article saying in the past season it was kind of Scump, TJ and Dashi were on one half of the fence, and then Karma, Crim6, Karma and TEEPEE were on the other side of the fence, and there was a division in that old OpTic team last season as to who was the most valuable players, right? And Crim6 was saying that the other guys, Scump, TJ and Dashi, felt that Crim6, Karma and TEEPEE were not good players or not good, not valuable to the team. That was at least the implication. So it wouldn't make very much sense in that context that TEEPEE would just go over and join Chicago with Scump, who supposedly was not on the same page as him in the past season. And, considering that, it probably makes me think that that's not going to be the case, that it's probably more likely that TEEPEE will, in fact, either not coach at all or will move into a different role, because the link to OpTic Gaming, the Los Angeles one, not like, TEEPEE would necessarily want to stay there, but the link there is Sender, right? The guy who, coaching Enigma 6 last season, managed to take them and help them to a top 4 performance at the World Championship. So that was very impressive. He is linked, of course, to the OpTic Gaming team now. The OpTic Gaming team, if you guys want to even consider them OpTic Gaming anymore, right? They don't embody the legacy of that brand, but it is what it is. That's, I guess, what they're called, right? And Paris being Josh is the rumored and since confirmed. So then when Kroenke at CDL Intel comes out and says this, Huntsman and Subliners scrimmed today, and TEEPEE wasn't in the lobby. So, who knows what TEEPEE will do. Merk is also another big question. Where will he go? There was rumors that he might be related to the Dallas team. Of course, long links with Merk to that Envy organization and Hastro, right? So that was rumored. Who knows what's happening though right now? I'm pretty sure a lot of, some of the casters and the guys at the top level, even they're not really sure what's going on right now, and maybe things haven't been fully solidified. So Merk is probably still weighing up his options. TEEPEE could be asked back to be an analyst or something like that. And as TEEPEE apparently is saying on his stream, he's still weighing up his options, not sure exactly the next steps he's going to take. But streaming, of course, for TEEPEE is a pretty damn big option. He was massive on Blackout this year. Maybe Blackout will start to fade into, Blackout still played very much so, even with this Modern Warfare title coming out. So maybe TEEPEE can make a career out of that and continue that as his career path. Maybe he's considering other things as well. There's still plenty of time before the season begins to get things set in stone. So be interested to hear your thoughts down below. But that's an update on the current state of the game and the state of the rumours for CDL Rostermania. And January the 24th, things kick off. Long time to go until then. But I'll speak to you tomorrow. Thanks for watching as always. I'll see you next time.